Hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Jason Hackam Sports Experience. I am joined solo today, and I'll be talking about my bread and butter. But however, for those of you just curious, I will be talking the NBA Draft Lottery and previewing the NBA Eastern and Western Conference playoffs on starting tomorrow with Sportsnet's Donovan Bennett. As well, on Friday, I have Thomas Emmerich on the show to talk about everything you know in the NFL, whether it be Deflategate, as well Ryan Tannehill signing that massive contract extension with the Miami Dolphins, and the NFL Players Association and the relationship they have with Roger Goodell and what could be Goodell's future going forward. And Saturday as well, I'll have plenty of coverage of the Indy 500. But that is not what we're going to be here today. We're going to talk about the bread and butter of me and on here on YouTube, the world of pro wrestling. As for those of you who don't know, I got to attend the Ring of Honor Global Wars shows on Friday and Saturday, and what has been really the biggest week for Ring of Honor all year. I mean, they have a pay-per-view coming up in June, as well as they're getting ready for their All-Star Extravaganza 7, which is going to be in San Antonio, Texas this year. But I got to see the Global Wars shows. They did War of the Worlds on Tuesday and Wednesday in Philadelphia, and I mean, I've heard nothing but great success about those shows, and those shows have been just released on the Ring of Honor website, so if you want to go check them out, definitely do so. I know I will. But for those of you who didn't see the Global Wars pay-per-view, as well as you will see some of these matches come TV that were taped for TV in the coming weeks, I'm going to say right now, I thought the Friday show, which was the Global Wars show, was a bit better. It flowed more evenly, and it had a great main event. That 10-man tag with the Bullet Club versus the ROH All-Stars was fantastic, and something I would say maybe you really need to go out of your way to see. But I thought the Saturday show had maybe the better matches. For those of you who don't know, you'll definitely be seeing in the coming weeks on ROH TV, you'll see a fantastic match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Roderick Strong. And there's an awesome tag match between ACH and Matt Sydal versus Tetsuya Naito and Hiroshi Tanahashi, which is something I believe you really, really need to go out of your way to see. These were some of the best matches of the whole weekend, really. So yeah, the Friday show, I mean, Global Wars, I'm happy it went out without a hitch. No stream issues I've heard from no one. It was just a fantastic show. Was concerned though in the Okada Cedric Alexander match as the lights kept going out in the building at the Ted Reeve Arena, and I was concerned that maybe the building had lost, with the building losing power, that the feed had maybe left, but I've heard from multiple people feed was good to go, which is a great thing because we all know the history of Ring of Honor having issues with their internet pay-per-views, but all was good. I mean, the show flowed really well. You got to see some great matches. There's just a couple takeaways I want to say for this weekend. Thought the crowd was great. I got to meet a lot of cool people. I met a guy that came all the way from Indianapolis for these two shows, and you attended Smash Wrestling show yesterday. So, I mean, that's a fantastic wrestling weekend right there, and just shows how important still Toronto is as a market for pro wrestling, which always is exciting for me to hear. As well, I got to finally, I guess, really in person meet much of the live audio wrestling guys who I've known listened to forever. And, got to say, at least hi to them and talk about the show and whatnot. As well, on the Saturday night, had a nice little conversation with Jordan Breen from Sheerdog, who was in attendance, and we got to talk about, the Bellator, Brandon Halsey situation and whatnot, and whatnot. But, I mean, the fans are fantastic. It was a great time to be a fan there. Everyone's very friendly, cordial. Had a great conversation with some guys in the concession stands about, how AJ seems happy or who was there last year that they didn't get to see. All fantastic stuff. But when I do a takeaway of the guys on the show, I think I've heard great things about Roderick Strong from the Philadelphia side with the War of the World show, so I'm happy to hear that. But he, to me, is the real MVP. His performance in the 10-man tag, I think, gets underlooked. I think he was a big key to that match, hitting some big moves and being really a big anchor point for the ROH team, but his match on Saturday against Nakamura is something you absolutely need to go out of your way to see. I mean, this was a match that you could see in the Tokyo Dome or Budokan Hall. I mean, it was that type of a match. And I was really happy to see that the crowd after the match gave Roderick Strong a standing ovation. Because to me, this is a guy that's been in Ring of Honor for over 10 years and really doesn't get much of the respect that he deserves, but happy to see him get that standing ovation and whatnot. The second night, however, also I got to snag this Mark Briscoe shirt out of the crowd after he threw it towards us, and I snagged that thing like Michael Irvin. But yeah, I have to say Roderick Strong, definitely want to give him a big takeaway as a huge, positive, and I really hope big things happen for him. Just don't know what's left for him out there and on the indies. Hopefully he gets a call up to New Japan to maybe go full-time there, because I think he's got so much left in his tank, and I think he's just one of the most underappreciated guys in the business. Another guy I want to just talk about a little bit that some of the fans are kind of finicky on, and to me this is a kind of surprising, but it's Moose. Now Moose, who today actually signed with ROH, a bigger extension, and he's going to be doing stuff with Global Force coming in the summer here. But I was kind of surprised to see some people hate on him, and for anyone to hate on what Moose does, I blown away. I mean, Moose is a guy that was an offensive lineman in the NFL for 3 or 4 teams. They were mostly the Falcons and the Colts, but for him to have such real little time in the business and what he can do, how he can move, what he grasps. I mean, he gets what his role is and he adapts it very well. Plus, I think he's beyond talented and caught on so well. I mean, the only other comparison for someone I can say that's caught on as quick as Moose is Kurt Angle, from his coming from amateur to learn professional wrestling. And how many times have we seen, football players or other athletes from other pro sports try it at wrestling, and it takes them 5 to 6 years to catch on even a little bit. Moose has caught on in about a year or so, and he's just really, really impressed me. So props to him and all the work he's done. And I mean, obviously, Jay Briscoe, great as usual. The Briscoes is great as usual. I think Matt Taven's a guy we need to be talking about more for his underrated performance. Just a great weekend overall in there. I mean, the building was hot, but fans got to stick it through. Just a great weekend overall, and I mean, I can't wait for Ring of Honor to come back to the Toronto area. They just do such a fantastic job. They know they're going to sell out. The only thing I'm guessing I could say maybe going forward they could do for some shows is, I understand having the arena darkened for the matches to add that aura and put the spotlight on the guys, but maybe bring the lights up a little more. The Ted Reeve and I'm sure the ECW arena was sold out in Philly. Why not highlight that? Makes yourself come off really, really well. But yeah, I was a real honor to be a part of there. I got to see Nigel McGuinness that close. Was really cool. I mean, Nigel, that really means a lot to the company and to someone like me who help really get you into the product. But overall, I thought it was a fantastic weekend. A lot of matches I think that you'll be seeing on the TV are some really, really good stuff. So yeah, that's really going to do it. I just want to give a quick little thoughts. I'm not going to break the card down from Friday, the Global Wars show. I mean, it really went off without a hitch. I think also, if I want to make another point on a guy that's really turned it around, Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal to me is a fantastic pro wrestler, and I'm just blown away at his ability every time I see him. I thought he, in September, when they were there for All-Star Extravaganza 6, had the best match with Cedric Alexander on that show, and I think he's just really coming into his own, and I'm happy to see that the main event they've made for their Best in the World pay-per-view is a title-for-title match in a stipulation that really means something. So I'm really happy to see the direction that both companies, New Japan and ROH, are going. So with that, that's it. Peace out. Have a good day, everyone.